While it began with a significantly vibrant kickstart, things settled a few days into the 54th edition of the highly anticipated Paris Air Show. Displays were shown and products were flown, and aircraft manufacturing giants like Airbus and Boeing certainly walked away with expected substantial orders to add to their growing books. With big events like these, it always seems to be a competition between the two giants to see whose products prove to be more popular. So, who won higher stakes this time? Let's look at the results and perform some analysis of the outcomes for today's video. In terms of gaining the upper hand and getting the ball rolling during an initial slow start on the first day, Airbus had a welcoming lead after flag carrier Air Mauritius clocked the aircraft manufacturer's first order for 3 more A350-900s to join its fleet. Commenting on the news, Mr. Kresimir Kushko, CEO of Air Mauritius, stated, "Air Mauritius is proud to renew its confidence in Airbus and its products, continuing a 3-decade-long partnership. The additional A350-900 aircraft will help us strengthen our European network and secure further growth in other markets. We're looking forward to achieving our ambitious objectives together with Airbus." Then joining in on the ordering action shortly after was Saudi low-cost carrier Flynas, which firmed an order for 30 new Airbus A320neo family aircraft. 10 of these aircraft are expected to be A321 XLRs, providing the Saudi Arabian low-cost carrier with the necessary fleet to expand internationally. And rounding off Airbus's first day in no small way was Indian budget carrier Indigo. The airline, headed by former KLM CEO Peter Elbers, placed a record-breaking order for 500 Airbus A320neo family aircraft, making it the biggest aircraft order in history. Commenting on the deal, Elbers said, "It's difficult to overstate the significance of Indigo's new historic order for 500 Airbus A320 family aircraft. An order book now of almost 1,000 aircraft well into the next decade enables Indigo to fulfill its mission to continue to boost economic growth, social cohesion, and mobility in India. At Indigo, we take pride in being India's preferred airline for connectivity in and with India, and by doing so, being one of the leading airlines in the world. This order strongly reaffirms Indigo's belief in the growth of India, in the A320 family, and in our strategic partnership with Airbus." On day 2, Philippine Airlines ordered 9 Airbus A350-1000s, while Air India signed a purchase agreement for the 250 aircraft it signed a letter of intent for in February. Qantas would then wrap up the second day following suit and finalizing its commitment for 9 additional Airbus A220-300s. The third day proved quieter for Airbus. Its order book saw a small boost for A330neos after aircraft leasing giant Avolon signed for an additional 20 of the aircraft type. Deliveries for these wide-body aircraft are expected to begin in 2026. TAAG Angola Airlines signed lease agreements for 9 Airbus A220s with 3 lessors. With no orders on day 4, Airbus left this year's Paris Air Show with a total demand for 821 aircraft. The total summary for the European aircraft manufacturer is as follows. 9 Airbus A220-300s were ordered by Qantas, a whopping 740 Airbus A320neo family jets ordered between Flynas, Indigo and Air India, 20 Airbus A330neos ordered by Avolon, and 52 A350s committed through Air Mauritius, Philippine Airlines and Air India. So while Airbus clearly clocked in some massive aircraft orders from the Paris Air Show, how did rival Boeing fare? Compared to its European rival, the US aircraft manufacturer breezed through day 1 quietly and only saw action on day 2, when it logged its first order with China Airlines for 8 Boeing 787-9 Dreamliners. Aircraft lessor Avolon also scored a hat-trick before lunchtime after firming an order for 40 737 MAX 8s. Today's announcement reaffirms our long-standing partnership with Boeing and our support for their 737 MAX program. We are confident in the long-term demand from our customers for the 737 MAX, and this order extends our delivery pipeline out to 2030, said Andy Cronin, CEO, Avalon. This second day also saw Air Algérie place an order for 8 Boeing 737 MAX 9s, alongside a committing memorandum of understanding for a pair of 737 BCFs. Air India wrapped things up by signing the purchase agreement for the 220 aircraft for which it signed a letter of intent in February. Boeing notes that this is its largest order in South Asia and highlights its 90-year partnership with Air India. The order includes options for an additional 70 aircraft. Day 3 would see Boeing bag more narrow-body orders after flag carrier Luxair placed an order for 4 737 MAX 7 aircraft. This would see the airline become the launch customer of the type in Europe. Indian low-cost carrier and relatively new startup Akasa Air would also boost the manufacturer's numbers by placing a small order for an additional 4 737 MAXes. And with that, the orders for Boeing were concluded to 316 aircraft. The summary and breakdown is as follows. 2 737 BCFs were ordered by Avalon. 296 Boeing 737 MAXes were ordered by Avalon, Air Algérie, Air India, Luxair and Akasa Air. Air India committed to 10 Boeing 777Xs, while China Airlines took 8 Boeing 787s. This brought Boeing's total airframes ordered during the show to 316. When comparing to Airbus's total of over 800 aircraft orders to Boeing's sub-400, it is clear that the European aircraft manufacturer takes the crown for the 54th edition of the Paris Air Show. Of course, being considered the quote-unquote winner was only made possible due to Indigo's significant historical order. At the same time, both manufacturers enjoyed equally impressive orders from Indian carriers, further reaffirming the growing popularity and strength of the South Asian market. And despite the significant difference, it is still reassuring to see both sides securing blossoming business during the air show, especially in various global markets. Overall, this year's airshow was quite a blast, and it's a game of patience until the next one in 2025. However, before that happens, the next big airshow coming up will be the Dubai Airshow, scheduled to take place between the 13th and 17th of November 2023. Would you agree with our assessment of the Paris Airshow? Share your thoughts by leaving a comment. Simple Flying publishes over 150 articles every week. If you're looking for the latest aviation news and insights, visit simpleflying.com.